Kentucky, good team, pretty good team. They barely missed being bowl eligible last year. I think they were 5-1 and lost their last 6 games. So they are very capable of having a winning season, going to bowl games, and so forth. Mark Stoops, I think, has done an excellent job there, and they're very close to being a winning team, and very easily could be this year. They beat Louisiana Lafayette, I think, last week. Scored a lot of points, 40-33, and we got to be ready to play very well. Hopefully we can make a lot of improvement. That's probably what we need to worry about, see if we can line up and get the ball snapped, eliminate some careless penalties, and try to look like a pretty good team when we go out here Saturday night. Looking forward to a big home crowd, first home game of the season. A lot of our players have never played here, so it'll be a wonderful experience playing in front of our crowd. So we're looking forward to it. TV game is all of them just about are. So 7 o'clock, hopefully the weather. 7:30. 7:30 now, okay. 7:30 or 7:39, I heard it could also be. So we're looking forward to seeing if we can play much better this Saturday night.
Raise your hand. David?
Steve, do you script plays to begin a game? Are you one of those guys?
No, we haven't done that, but we will have a play ready this week. We will have a play ready this week. I told the guys yesterday, well, we had a play. We told them in the locker room. But what happened, we went out there, and North Carolina was not out there yet. So our guys just stood around and waited, and the clock was running down. We're trying to yell over on the sideline. I don't think anybody could hear us much. For such a small crowd, it seemed to be loud in there. I don't know. We had to pick up our foot to snap the ball instead of the quarterback yelling from the shotgun. So anyway, we waited and got a delay game on the opening play of the season. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but we managed to do that. So hopefully we will have a couple of plays ready to go early this week.
David?
Steve, with 3 running backs like you have, is it by design to kind of have one fresh for the fourth quarter like Sean was last week, or is that just the way it worked out?
I think it just worked out that way, and then Sean had several good runs, and then of course Brandon came in there at the end and had several good ones also. David struggled a little bit, dropping a couple of passes that normally he catches, but he's good back, and Kentucky, they've given up some rush yards, as everybody knows. We have to try to mix it up, just like we tried to do last week, and hopefully our pass game will be a lot better than last week. So we're working on it. We'll work on it today.
This question from earlier: how much of using so many guys behind center last Thursday night was on the fly, and how much of that was planned going in?
Oh, we planned it a bit, and yeah, probably we'll plan it a little bit again. As everyone knows, it does create maybe one less defender in the box, as they say. But other teams, you know, they did do that to us also. In fact, Kentucky did it to us a bunch last year. The quarterback ran out, and we couldn't tackle their kid there in the fourth quarter. So we'll see it also this week, pretty sure.
And also,
You talked with John or Lorenzo about Marquavius Lewis and what they thought of how he did in his debut.
Yeah, he did okay. He had a solid game. A lot of the players played, you know, very solid. I think North Carolina has a good offensive line. They were fundamentally sound, and did a pretty good job.
What makes Sky Moore so effective in that sort of middle of the field roving spot?
Yeah, Sky's got a knack of finding the ball, making interceptions, and so forth. Some players can do it, some sort of get lost, but he gets in his area and watches the quarterback. All of our players are doing that very well. Kirk Botkin, I think, does an excellent job helping teach it. John Hope, Lorenzo, they all, and but we're playing a little bit more zone and mixing it with man to man. And that's about what everybody does now. So yeah, we were in a zone on both those interceptions.